This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem HaKarkadash. Shalom to the elders for pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through four corners of the globe, pushing the word, truth, and sincerity as well, too. I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is a sit-down lesson. Then I want to bring out this sit-down lesson of Matthew 24 and verse 12. Right, so the love of many are definitely going to wax cold in the latter days, And I just seen this story just came out of Las Vegas or Nevada, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, which we are so used to seeing this, but throughout the year of from 2022 all the way into 2023, we've been starting to see more cases, more frequent. We're starting to see more cases of news articles more frequently as of lately, and it's been increasing. About I would say, you have these couples that have, they divorced one another, or they separated one another, and they have either the mother or the father have custody battle of the kids and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, either the mother or the father get disgruntled about the situation of the custody battles. They've been going through financial issues, relationship issues, family structure issues. And then next thing you know, it turns out to be somebody be disgruntled in a relationship, and they're not with each other no more. They want to have full custody of their kids. Either it's the mother or the father, and then something big might escalate. And that was a prime example that took place in Las Vegas or Nevada, the outskirts of Las Vegas. I believe it was like a suburban area of Las Vegas, and I believe the mother, of the child, of the kids, was able to get a custody battle, custody victory to win custody over her kids. That kind of disgruntled the father of her ex-husband, So I believe he had went into the residence and shot and killed the female, shot her 3 times in the head, executioner style, And then all of a sudden, these cases are just starting to come up, similar cases, especially the one that took place in Oklahoma City, the recent one in Las Vegas, the recent one over there in Southern California of that bar shooting. As we starting to see, I would say, details starting to come out of that story that took place. Of 5 people were killed, 6 were injured, and I believe this guy was a retired law enforcement officer. He had retired from his job as being a law enforcement officer, and then he had targeted his ex-wife or current wife, if I'm not mistaken. And we definitely been seeing increasing of murder-suicide rates in these relationships, in these family structures, and that kind of, that kind of makes you wonder, that been kind of increasing a lot lately over here in North America. And that's a coincidence that recently the article came out, I would say like a week and a half ago, because I've been mentioning this, previously, about, it was a data statistic shows that murder-suicide rates is at an all-time high over here in the United States from last year and all the way to this year. And, that's a prime examples of Matthew 24 and verse 12 of that scripture that I just brought out. And I want to bring it out again for edification's sake, sit down lesson. So that shows you lawlessness, sins, and iniquity is going to ramp up in the latter days. So the love of many are just going to wax cold. And we've definitely been seeing that over here in North America. And definitely a witness for the whole world as well, too. We've definitely been seeing it over here in North America increase, even though this is common. But as of lately, we've definitely been seeing this increasing. It's been rapidly increasing, and definitely wouldn't be surprised we continue to see increasing of these situations of family structures, or they're going to economic problems, or family structure, dealing with the family situation, taking care of the kids situation. Sometimes the relationship turns rocky, turns toxic, and then they might break up with one another, and they have kids on top of that. And they got married with one another. They got married with one another, had kids and stuff, and they want to divorce one another, and they want to have custody battle over their kids. And then next thing you know, one person might be disgruntled because they was able to have full custody of the kids, and then one had protection order over the other. So these starting to ramp up and increasing as of lately. And I'm going to read it again. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So the love of many people used to have love towards one another is going to wax cold and cold. And that's what we're definitely seeing in the latter days, because these are the signs of the times that we are in, And it definitely been increasing throughout the year of 2023. And I'm going to look up the definition of iniquity. It says iniquity. It says immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Iniquity is a noun. Wickedness, sin, right? Because sin been ramping up. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the Matthew 24 verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right, so the love of many are just going to wax cold. And it's going to increase into sedition, uprisings, and lawlessness, evilness, wickedness, and sin is going to continue to ramp up in the latter days. And you read the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28, which is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It's going to be a lot of spirits that are created for vengeance, and that's what we are seeing. And the love of many are waxing cold. The love of many are waxing worse, and that's what we are seeing. Now, like I mentioned again, even though we're so used to accustomed to seeing these things, it's kind of messed up. But hey, we're definitely going to see it continually increasing of the love of many are waxing cold. So with that, once again, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.